Hey, it's a beautiful evening here, and today I'd like to talk to you about meditation. Just to clarify from the start, I was a rooster. Just to clarify from the start, I'm not a meditation guru in any way. As you can see, my beard is pretty short. But I'm gonna share my experiences and how it works for me and how I kind of started doing it. So, as with everything, meditation is a skill. So, you have to practice it to get more comfortable because it's not about better, it's not a competition. But to get comfortable inside your own head, you need to practice it a little bit and you need to try and understand what's happening and how it works, how to completely calm down. And I'm almost to the right spot now, almost here, so I'm gonna start soon. And of course, you don't really need a forest to meditate. You can do it pretty much anywhere. You can do it at your house. But I realized that being close to nature and seeing, first of all that green is actually calming you down. But one thing that helps is actually being away from people. So that's one way to start, to find an isolated place like this and just do it there. And of course, you can take a small shortcut and get one of those meditation apps. But seeing now that the world is actually people being addicted to smartphones and scrolling away all the time, I'm not completely sure that's the best idea to go within yourself using the device that's actually taking you away from yourself all the time. But you can try. I used the Waking Up app by Sam Harris, and it's a good start, even the free version, so you can get a hang of it and you can see where to start. And I'm doing quite a lot of meditation after the Wim Hof method breathing, and it actually helps quite a little bit if you're pumped up on adrenaline and in that little fight or flight mode, because it naturally calms you down. But you don't really need that for starters. You can start by just sitting down, and I'm gonna share with you my standard approach to this. So the main concept behind meditation and why it makes sense for you and why it's good for you is that you can kind of reboot or reset your brain a little bit, because normally it's just full of different thoughts, fighting for attention. And by meditating, you kind of clear it. And by clearing it, you're actually able to regain even more focus in the future. So it's really good to do it, at least once a day. So the idea is to start by just sitting down and trying to shut off the thoughts. And obviously the first thought you're gonna get is like, look at me, how I'm not thinking for a few seconds now, and that's okay. It's completely fine. But what you should focus on is the sensations. So like the coldness, some wind, or some birds chirping in the background, and just breathing slowly in and out and focusing just on the in and the out. So the breath is actually a guide to meditation. It works very well that way. And you don't have to do it for too long. Just if you have your phone with you, set a timer to like 4 to 5 minutes in the beginning, and just put it down and just sit there and try not to think about anything. Try to focus on what you feel, on the breath, and you can focus on the outside. Just don't try to use words to describe it. So focus like on a sensation, so like hot or cold, or that's a nice sound in the background. But just try to be still, be in the moment, and every thought that comes your way, because they're gonna be coming your way quite a lot, just push it out. What I do sometimes is actually trying to kind of imagine myself starting from here, collapsing inwards, so collapsing into myself. So if you do it very slowly, it feels like you're detaching from the body, and it feels much lighter and just very nice, very calm. Okay, I'm here and I'm gonna do a 5-minute session today, just to kind of show you how I take it and how I start doing it. So the most important thing is to remember to be super comfortable. Just sit down. You don't really need to do any fancy things with your fingers, like, holding them in some weird way. Just sit down comfortable. You don't really need to be cross-legged if you like to have your legs stretched. Just any way that is absolutely comfortable, because it's best if you don't really move too much. You can move a little bit, but try just not to move too much, not to focus the energy on movement. So just to recap, sit down, be comfortable, I mean very comfortable, so you can stay in that position for a longer period of time, and then start to close your eyes and focus on breathing slowly and try not to think about anything. And I know it's really difficult, but even 15 seconds at a time, and then push the thoughts away and another 15 seconds, and it adds up, and you slowly will be able to clear your head a little bit more every day. So start slow, start light, but it's gonna get better and it's gonna get easier, and it's definitely worth to clear the head, to give it a reset, because it's been just bombarded by stimuli all day, and at the end of the day it's really good to kind of shut it off for a second. And I have one more tip for you, that if you're trying to focus on the breathing, some people do it in a way like 1, 2, 3, 4, or in any way like inhale or exhale. But if you keep using words for it, it's gonna be actually pretty difficult, because you're gonna be thinking those words. So instead of inhale, exhale, or 1, 2, 3, I'm kind of just focusing on imagining within my head the sound that I'm making while inhaling or exhaling. So basically my mind is just repeating something like and that's it. That's just that's all that happens in my head while I'm meditating. So yeah, just that mental clarity, being outside of your head for once, not just in there with those thoughts and those unread messages and all that shit. Just get out of it for a second. So yeah, okay, reset the brain and you're gonna be fine. Just try not to think for a while. Just shut that head off every now and then, and it's just gonna be way easier to use it in a better and more productive way. So anyway, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.